Got a clutch appointment out in Edmonton today. 30 users, 3 locations, looking to have a strong conversation mid-June.
We got an appointment earlier today for my Orlando roofer. It's about a 95,000 square foot facility. They're experiencing a few leaks, so we're going to be going out there next week.
Got one for our guys out in Chicago today. It was a smaller nonprofit. Talked to the CFO. Wanted to see what we had to offer in terms of pricing. It's been a while since they got a competitive quote, so they just wanted to make sure that they were getting the best bang for their buck. So should be a good one coming up here soon.
Got one for my roofer out in Austin today. It's with an apartment complex. It's about 40,000 square feet, all TPO roofing. They're looking for a go-to contractor. They have one. Just kind of call them whenever things pop up. But we're really interested in more of a local resource, putting a face to a name. So we're going out there next week to make more of an introduction for whenever roofing issues do pop up in the future.
Yeah, I set an IT appointment for our client out in Kentucky. It was with an electrical sort of company. They have some wiring and hardware issues they have coming up. They're actually pretty constant issues, and they have no company that can handle it. So we're going to go out there, give them a quote on that here next week, so it's going to be a great appointment.
Got one this afternoon for our IT partner in the Albany, New York area. The person that I spoke with, he took over for somebody that was C-level handling their IT in January, so he's playing a lot of catch-up, definitely needs some support. They've got 30 users. That's kind of all the information he had for me at the time. There's somebody else on the team that helps with more of the in-house side of the IT. He handles a little bit of the vendor relationship, so I leave them both in on a calendar invite, and my client is going to be talking to them next week.
Yeah, so I was able to get 2 appointments this afternoon. The first appointment that I got was for my IT client in Chicago. I had reached out to the financial controller. I actually spoke with her, I want to say, like last year. When I reached out to her, she had let me know they actually had just signed up with MSP, but told me to reach back out around this time to possibly set something up. So I reached out to her, and she was not happy with the services that were being provided, so she was more than happy to set up a meeting. Smaller opportunity, it was about 10 to 15 users, but she said that the company they're currently working with has really slow response time. So I set that up for the end of June was the time that she had. And then I just got another appointment from my IT client in Denver. This was with a forklift company. I had actually spoke to this guy too a couple of times before. It was the IT manager. He was actually already kind of familiar with my client, so pitched him, and he was open to hear what services we would be able to help offer. They had 85 users. They were looking to upgrade the server that they had, and I set this for next Tuesday, so that should be a good opportunity for us too.
Got a really good appointment for my New Jersey IT client. I called the president of a healthcare provider to let them know that I noticed that their email server had been breached earlier this year. He pushed me down to the COO who handled things internally, and got on the phone with him. He said he actually figured it out himself. They didn't work with another company, and he had met with a couple MSPs in the past, but he was not sold on like fully managed IT, didn't really feel like they needed it. But if he found somebody who could help him with the email security, some of the cyber, he'd love to have that taken off his plate, and so we decided to meet next week. That's like 30 users or so. Should be a really good appointment with some high close potential.
Killer beginning of the day here. Our boy Ross has got a couple appointments. He's got a Chicago appointment. I'm cooking up over here in South Dakota. Trevon's ripping over in Tucson, Arizona. We got our boy Justin here in Shreveport, Louisiana. We got a plan of action. We know what we need to do, hit our numbers. We're having some great conversations, a bunch of great appointments this morning. And I guess, hey, Ross and Omar, hear about the appointment, so it's been a good one.
Got a couple for our guy out in Dallas. The first one being a second-time appointment. We met with them at the beginning of the year. 200 users. They have a hybrid environment, but they're looking to beef up what they're doing with the co-managed solutions. Now is the time frame that they want us to follow up with, so we're going to talk to their RFP. Love that they're local and already have a leg up on the race. It looks like we're the first people to get back to them. And then I got a first-time appointment too with them as well. Talking with the construction company. Actively, they're growing and moving into a new building. So we set the appointment with the owner. That way we can get an overview of what we can bring to the table with new stuff as they're growing and moving into the new building. along with a feel of what they already kind of have in place. So it's going to be a good conversation as well.
I got one for our guys out in Chicago. It was a really good appointment. Pretty big manufacturing company, about 450 users. They wanted to see what we had to offer in terms of disaster recovery plans and support level 1 and stuff like that. So looking forward to it, and it should be a good one.
Gonna be calling my shot for JNR out in Tucson.
Having some good conversations this morning. Just calling my shot down in Shreveport, Louisiana.
We're having a pretty good morning. Will got a closed deal, so that's really cool. We had a really good day from home yesterday, so I got one for our IT client out in New Jersey. It's a 300-user nonprofit, 7 servers on site. They're looking at initiatives in July, so we're going to meet with them, hopefully get them some quotes and get that closed. I also set one for our roofer out in Salt Lake City, 50,000 square foot. It's an apartment complex. Roofs are 22 years old, so we're going to go out there next week and give them a quote for replacement. So pretty good day from home, but yeah, we're kicking it off this morning and super excited to get some more appointments.
Got some more leads coming in the pipeline. I'll follow up with them next week. Calling my shot this afternoon for CNI.
Yesterday I got an awesome appointment for my IT client in Fort Worth. It's 100 user, 120 devices. They're currently internal, but he said they're having issues, so should be a pretty good one.
I'm just talking to a lot of decision makers here and there, but I'm putting together a pretty decent recap for most of my clients. Did get a closed deal for Office Machine Consultants.
One of my clients got a proposal out for a complete re-roof, so hopefully that goes well. And then calling my shot for AMW this afternoon. It's about 152,000.
Got a good one for our roofer out in Tampa this morning with rehab center, approximately 40,000 square feet, looking for a re-roof. So hopefully that'll be a good opportunity for us.
We got about 2 on the board so far from Marge and Ben, so rest of us looking to get after it this afternoon. I'm going to call my shot, and all 3 of my markets, New Hampshire, Sarasota, Columbus, I'm coming for you.
I had some productive calls earlier from my roofing clients. Nothing yet, but looking to call my shot out there in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for a critter stop later this afternoon.
I got an appointment in Kansas City for my roofer. It was a nursing home that had a ton of hail damage, so they need roof work, siding work, so my guys are going to get out there and give them a quote.
I got an appointment today for a roofing partner in Montana. It's with a school with active issues, and he called me, so it should be a pretty good one.
Calling my shot in. I'm covering for this for Charlotte this afternoon.
I got 2 appointments today. First one was from my IT client in New Jersey. It's with a local nonprofit. With the IT manager there, they currently outsource and handle IT in-house. They have 30 users. We're going to meet with them in a couple weeks and be a resource for them. And other one was from my IT client in Seattle. It's with a company just down the road from them. They have 10 locations. They're currently really unhappy with their phone provider for VoIP, so we're going to give them a VoIP quote next week. They have like 52 phones in 10 locations, so it should be a pretty good one.
I'll call my shot for Denver.
Had some good conversations, but we're going to get one for our roofers out in Seattle.
Got one this morning for my roofer down in Texas. It was with a manufacturing company. Talked with the director of operations. They're looking to get some warranty work done. They need to do an annual inspection, and then they also have some leaks that they need to get taken care of. We're going to go out there on Tuesday.
We're going to call our shot in Akron. I'm going to call my shot for San Francisco IT. Great partner meetings though. Got like 8s, 9s, 10s across the board, ton of proposals out. Texas Air got word. I think it was like $16K for plumbing projects.
I spoke to the maintenance director at an assisted living facility. They currently have 4 units that are out of service completely, so they're looking for either repair or replacements. And then they also have 32 RTUs that are nearing the end of their lifespan and need to be replaced within the next year. So we're headed out there next Tuesday to provide them a couple of quotes.
I got a really good one for my Indianapolis software client. It was with the production planner for a large plant in the food and bev industry. They were pretty interested in looking at robotics opportunities. A lot of people are as of late, so I got a meeting set up for next Wednesday, and yeah, it sounds like it'll be pretty good.
I got one for my roofer out in Indianapolis today. I spoke with the property manager of this apartment. She mentioned a few different roofing projects they were going to be looking at later in the year, so we're going out there next week and it should be a good opportunity.
Gonna call my shot for my client in San Jose.
I'm having a decent morning, nothing yet though. I'm gonna call my shot for my client out in Pennsylvania.
We're back to full strength today. We got Ryan back, so I think Ty's got pretty much our lone meeting this morning. Ty?
Yeah, I got one roof for my roofer out in Dallas. It's about 140,000 square foot manufacturer. Spoke with the plant manager, was hoping to us coming out and talking through some maintenance plans and some general maintenance they need on the building. So should be a pretty good one.
And then we'll do shot calls around the horn for everyone, starting with them.
IT in Mississippi.
I'm gonna get one for my East Coast client.
Orlando roofer.
What are we looking at?
I got an appointment in Orlando that turned into a deal, so that was pretty good.
Yeah. Give it up, man. Tell us a little bit about it.
We had set an original appointment back in January. It was something she was interested in, just with the tax season and everything. She didn't feel like it was something they could implement right away. And then reached back out. Her partner said that it wasn't really a market that they wanted to get into, and then she apparently disagreed because she reached back out yesterday, and then called her this morning, got her on the board. Sam closed her.
It's like there's a competitor that taking a couple clients and needs to do something, and so got her signed up. So, yep, got an accounting firm in Orlando locked down, so that market's now closed. So great job, man. Got another one though. Set for later today.
Two merging companies in St. Louis, so they have plenty of employees, and they're now trying to target more service work, right? I think it was the main point that he was trying to hit on. He wants to do a lot more commercial service, not just project. So that should be a really good one for this afternoon. He was asking about an 18-month agreement already looked at last night.
He set up a meeting a year ago, and then a year later, stay in touch with people enough, and then timing just changed. Same with Brendan's deal for earlier with the Orlando accounting firm, and might have another one on the table. Sometimes it just takes time. They're not all Buffaloes. They don't all just sign right then and there. You got to work that process and stay in touch with guys. How's it going this morning for you?
I talked to the head CEO. He said he saw my email, heard my voicemail, so he called me. That's set for Tuesday. He has a whole bunch of companies throughout the U.S., huge company, facilities.
Lakeland, Florida. He is interested, looking for commercial, but he didn't want to set up a time yet. He wanted to get to the office to look at the calendar. So he said, call me in a day and then we'll book a time for next week. So that's kind of what I've had today.
Calling through Lexington, I haven't had any conversations with decision makers. I talked to a couple influencers, but that is about it. So nothing on the board yet so far, but we're going to be calling some Philly this afternoon and turning around.
Talked to one decision maker on an inbound. I thought he heard my voicemail, but he didn't. But I went through Kentucky, North Carolina, and Charlotte. But I mean, on the inbound, he wasn't interested after I went through the pitch. He just said, no, I already have an in-house sales team, and then he hung up on me. So I mean, not really much.
Calling HVAC, right?
Yeah.
Talked about 2 or 3 KDMs. Like what Sam was talking, I've been working on my pitch. HVAC guys are a little bit different, I've started to realize. So just been working on my pitch and kind of getting it down so that I can stay on the phone longer with them. But 2 phone calls went pretty good, pretty long phone calls, and definitely been getting those longer phone calls. So it's been going good. So I'm gonna keep dialing away at the Cape Coral, Fort Myers area.
One was a follow-up. Guy checked out our website stuff. He's had some bad experiences before. Didn't want to take another shot at talking or seeing what we do yet. But somebody further down the road we could follow up with. But had another couple conversations with some guys. One of them was the son of the owner who's going to talk to his dad, review some information, get back to us, and then just talk to somebody as well. Similar situation. He was just in the car. He wanted to check us out before finding a time to meet. So tried laying on the exclusivity to him. It was like, look, man, if you want to find a time to meet, this is something that might be interesting you to check out, then let's find some time now, because I'm calling set up meetings with other people in Chicago. So I think that built a little urgency with him. He was about to run an appointment, so we'll see where that goes. But yeah, that's where I'm at.
There's a new 5-star review that you guys can reference. Hey, this is what this guy thinks only a couple months in. Like, it just adds for more value. We're working on getting more in the HVAC space. Obviously IT, we get a ton of stuff. We've got a ton of Google reviews just from one company we're working with in Jacksonville for pest control and accounting. It's coming. There was an appointment that the client in Chicago ran and he was talking about today or yesterday the best one yet. Looks like they're getting out a proposal to him. There's some follow-ups for some of the other guys I'm just waiting on from like Ryan. He's talking about one for our Kansas City accounting firm, as well as the one in Boise, who's been getting a lot of appointments recently. So that's all we got. So go have a good lunch. You know, finish the month strong. If you're not on the board, get on it. You know, the goal is 2 a day. You know, if you fall short and get 1, that's fine. But make sure that you're not goose egging for too long. All right, let's go get some meetings. Let's go have a good lunch.
I've been working on social media for us as well as my client. That'll be done soon. And then I got up some posts about Aaron and Evan's proposals, as well as posts about the BDRs that are available for next month. So I've been doing that. And then I've been adding contacts to the email marketing software that my client uses for them. And then I also got a post out about Drew's recent proposal, and that's about it as of right now.
I am working on service area pages for one of our roofing clients, nearing the very end of their website, so hopefully in the next week or 2 we'll get together with them and push that live.
We had a partner meeting this morning with Cayman Associates. We're going to get started on a new website for them through WordPress. And then got another meeting this afternoon where one of our newer clients is going to be transferring over a website to us to manage. And then just working on some website updates for another IT client.
Yeah, I'm kind of corresponding with a candidate today for Ellis Mechanical regarding the electrician position. They also have an in-person interview today for the plumbing one that they have open. And I also believe that Fair has a in-person interview set up today for their foreman position. So all good updates.
Phone screens this morning, more this afternoon. Got a visitor came to stop by this afternoon and tomorrow. So got ample people scheduled to start over the next few weeks. So just adding to the list.
Yeah, I've been looking into a payment integration with Elevon, just reviewing their documentation this morning and starting to mess around with it.
Working on these times, few quality of life improvements and enhancements, kind of making it pretty and making the functionality, adding a little bit here and there. So I'm trying to do that.
Just got an appointment for a Albuquerque roofer, and just got the phone with the facilities manager's assistant. They have an active leak around one of the units, 42,000 square foot TPO roof. So we're going out next Tuesday. He said it was perfect timing because somebody just said they were going to give him an assessment and never showed up. So he was about to start calling, and I beat him to it. So it looks like a good opportunity. We'll see how it goes.
Got a really good one today. I spoke with the property manager over at an apartment complex. They were looking at a couple roofing quotes they needed now. I wanted us to come out next week, Friday, and give them a couple quotes for either replacements or repairs, depending on what they really need. So we're going to go out there next Friday at 1 o'clock, give them a couple quotes, and see if we get this one closed fast.
I got one for my roofers out in Seattle today. It's with a hotel in the area. They are looking for a quote on a new gutter system as well as an inspection of the roof. Roof's getting fairly up there in age, so it should be a pretty good conversation.
I got one this afternoon for my IT client in Ohio. It was an email appointment. He actually sent me the lead the other day, asked me to get in touch with him. Emailed the office administrator. He responded this afternoon. We got a time set up for next Wednesday. Don't have a ton of details yet, but I'm waiting on that response, so it should be a good conversation.
I got an appointment today for my client down in Albuquerque. I spoke with a general manager. He oversees a few different hotels. Currently, one of them has a very old roof. He wants us out there for an inspection and to quote it. So we're going to be going out there mid next week.